guys, Caleb here, back again with more bad fanfiction theater, and I got some guests.
Banana.
Howdy.
So today we will be reading a Doom fanfiction called Doomguy fucks Cacodemon. I don't know if that's actually how you spell that, but there you go. By Cuck. I don't know anything about it. I assume the title is self-explanatory. Even though it might need to be censored in order to be put on YouTube so I don't get demonetized. But we'll see. So, Jaiden, when you're ready, read the first paragraph thing that kind of maybe isn't a paragraph.
Alright. One day, Doomguy was on UAC Mars base. It's not Mars, it's not the planet, lower caps and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
His balls hurt, so he say, I need sucker.
Your balls hurt, and the reason
And
why
went
they
to
hurt,
go.
you need suck?
Well, see, I like to right, because that's not like a word. So that's got to be some like alien. That's got to be like a Mars-based kind of product. They probably trademarked it.
Or maybe a demon thing. I don't know.
Oh, that's a good call. And
He
went
needs a
to go rent.
succubus. He needs a succubus.
Oh, that makes sense. Oh, well, this is actually the perfect lineup for that because and went to go rent a robot hooker machine from the cafeteria vending dot machine. That's the website he ordered it from.
So I didn't know you could buy robot hookers from vending machines.
Well, that's
Have
the
you
thing.
ever seen Rick and Morty? You can buy anything in that universe.
No, I have not, and I don't intend to.
Oh shit!
Well, that's because it's a robot succubus.
And you get a Columbus for this.
Is it like a blow-up doll? Is that why you get it from the vending machine?
Yes,
Okay.
probably.
Mhm.
I'm guessing here.
It's like a vending. It's like a vending machine, but like it's more like a crane arm kinda. So you have like a 30% chance to actually get what you ordered. But he was quick to realize that the power was out, and that the people who were in there eating were now zombie. They were one zombie, and eating each other.
Okay. So why doesn't he just break open the machine? If they're all zombies, nobody's gonna give a shit if he steals this crap out of the machine.
Well, I mean, someone's got to uphold the laws.
I guess.
It's not going to be him, but
Muse.
My money that I use to buy sex hooker has no value in zombie society," said Doomguy, with accent of anger and determination, and he threw the coins at a zombie colleague. This made the zombie angry, and it charged at Doomguy, so he grabbed his shotgun and shot it with his shotgun. "I cannot get suck from zombie because they bite my penis."
Have you tried before?
gotta say,
Like
like,
Doomguy.
is this a common event?
Hey, I've
Yeah.
read some interesting Resident Evil with Leon and Zombie Lady, okay? They don't necessarily bite the penis. Just sometimes.
I don't know if I want to ask.
I've read a lot of stuff.
Let's see. Said Doomguy with defeated tone in his voice. He shouted the other zombie in the mess hall and set out to find Suck.
Wait,
Doom-
I thought there. I'm
Go
sorry. I thought there was only one zombie in the mess hall. What do you mean the other? Did another one just like teleport in?
Maybe it's like Legion. There are multiple zombies,
Ah,
but they are a collective zombie.
I see. All right, I can make sense of this universe now. Okay, that makes sense. Let's
Alright.
go.
Doomguy, when he exited the zombie room, say, why is it censored? Dim it to hell. You censor down, but not hell? What the fuck?
Look, I wouldn't get caught up on that. Look, taking a brief glance at what's to come, that's probably the one thing that should not be censored.
Dim it to hell. There's more zombie. And then the Marine base. I guess it wasn't on Mars since it wasn't capitalized. It's just a Mars base underwater.
Oh, it's like a Mars configuration. That's
Yeah.
what they're calling like the wall pattern.
Okay. The Marine base was damned to hell. Doomguy, censor the one but not the other. Don't, guys. okay, quick, taking a step back here. If you're not comfortable using strong language of any form in a story, don't put it in your story. Because if you're just going to censor it or allude to boobies and thingamajigs, it's just going to make you look really immature and stupid. Don't do
Fans,
that.
they need it. They can't live without it.
Boobies! Lots of boobies everywhere! Anyway. But, just, if you're going to write a mature scene, be mature about it. If you're not comfortable writing something like that because you're still in the phase of my mom gets mad at me if I use a naughty word, maybe just avoid it until you can feel comfortable writing that. There's no shame in just writing a basic story that doesn't have actual porn in it and actually writing in mature manner with mature words. Just a thing. Just wanted to put that out there.
Explicit is absolutely a thing this author is comfortable with, but like, oh, you gotta censor that DAM. No, you can't say that.
Well, yeah, that's my point. It's like, why do this one thing and then do the other? I'm like, it makes no sense, and you should just go all into it. I mean, granted, it's clearly a troll. Just look at, the username.
Yeah.
But I know for some people, especially if you're younger and you're writing fan fiction, because we were all that age once where we were scared to use the words our parents had forbidden us to ever use. Again, if you're not comfortable with the language, don't use the language. If you want to write with mature language, make sure you can write maturely using said language. But anyway, back to the story. Doomguy saw lots of demon, and he knew did not have enough bullets for all of them. Well, that's why you shoot their heads off with your shotgun. I must act fast or die without getting my nut, he said with vigor. Doomguy ran in a beeline while dodging cyber demon rockets and fireballs and those very scary skulls on fire that I don't know what they're called, but I don't like them.
It's an epic metal band. That's what it is. Scary skulls on fire.
He did not know what to do at first, but he felt that he was getting closer to his goal. Suddenly, a Cacodemon appeared in the distance. I am going to fuck that, said Doomguy in a monotone, matter-of-fact voice as he ran faster toward it. It tried to spit lightning at him, but he jumped over it and on top of it and rode. What kind of riding are we talking about? Did he ride it like a horse or ride it by like just shoving his penis into its brain?
We'll get there in a couple words.
Okay.
I think.
Maybe. It like a flying horse and guided it out of hell back to the marine. But when did you go to hell? When did we leave the marine base, which is underwater somehow, and go to hell and then come back?
Maybe it's like a hell lake.
I guess.
Like it's lava. It's not water. That it's underneath. I don't know. Makes just as much sense.
Critical acid, can't roll a 19 and get out. Okay.
I'll buy nitric acid. It was screaming and begging for mercy from Doomguy. That makes me think you had the right idea as opposed to the horse idea. But he had gone so far and he was going to get suka. He knocked it upside the head with his shotgun and dragged it to the medical bay and got a scalpel and removed its teeth and the gland that produced plasma. I am sorry, little one, but I cannot lacerate any more because of my calloused hands that I used to kill demon with. That singular demon. It keeps
Why are
coming
you
back.
apologizing to a demon that you're about to rape? This probably happens every day in its own dimension.
Well, of whom that you've already removed all the teeth from its mouth from. I mean, if
Yeah,
you're
it
gonna
can't
apologize,
defend itself.
you've got a lot of other things to apologize for already. I'm unfamiliar with this Cacodemon stuff. That's at least 34 things to apologize for. He said with genuine pity and remorse. You know, I kind of want to go back and read that really sarcastically now. After a few hours, the Cacodemon woke up and did not know what was going on, but was scared. Doomguy was not in the room because he had to take a poop. Cacodemon tried to escape, but Doomguy came back.
Do not be a scared friend. I will only get stuck from you if consensual. So
Bullshit! You ripped out his teeth!
And that plasma gland that apparently is a thing.
Damn, said Doomguy with honesty. He gave Cacodemon a menu and asked it out to date at the
You
cafeteria.
can't eat! You took its teeth out!
Rude. Like the biggest slap across the face. Like, hey, I know you just got in a car accident. You can't use your legs, but you want to go roller skating? Like, what?
Oh, worst comes to worst, Doomguy can mash up the food and just shove it in its mouth like a bird.
I mean, at this point, I'm not entirely familiar with their biology. This thing isn't going to survive on its own in the wild.
Yeah.
Does it really have that much to look forward to?
Maybe the sunrise.
Assuming the sun rises in hell.
Yep. We can only hope. For this one, Cacodemon needs some hope in its life.
It's gonna need it.
Cacodemon didn't really know what to say because it was a cacodemon, but it did not want to fight anymore, so it just rocked back and forth trying to do a nod, but it was a little hard because the entirety of its body was just ahead. They went to the restaurant and ordered spaghetti from the zombie waiter. They ate the spaghetti, and it was good spaghetti because the Marine base had transferred a 5-star chef to their outpost. The chef was a zombie now, but she was still a good chef. Shish. And I like how they just put a period there instead of typing the whole thing.
But we were killing all
Yeah.
the zombies, and yet now they're pretty chill to just cook for us.
Oh, wait, I misread that.
Excellent
Oops.
continuation. Excellent continuation. There is no errors there whatsoever.
Over the course of the meal, the cacodemon has begun swooning over Doomguy. Nobody had ever loved it enough to give it Italian food before because it was a demon and lived in hell. It began to cry, and Doomguy wiped its tears off and said, "It's okay," and then hugged it.
Doomguy put his hand in pocket and pulled out what? Okay, and pulled out a small box. He get on knees and say, "Cacodemon, will you marry me?" With happiness, Cacodemon made a weird noise and smiled. So he took that as a yes, even
I'm
though
glad he never asked for its name.
Yeah, didn't ask for its name. Jumped on
Human-
top of it, beat it up, knocked it out, pulled out its teeth, pulled out its plasma gland.
Hey, you dog, marry me now. That's what I'm getting out of this.
They went back to the part of the base that Doomguy lived in, because he just lives there, I guess, and tried to go to sleep together, but Cacodemon kept floating out of bed and hitting the roof like a balloon, so they slept separate for the time being because they were very tired and had to get married tomorrow. What does all this have to do with you getting sucked off?
I think this is a metaphor for multiple things.
Okay.
It will become clear at the very end. Don't worry.
I like to think it's that. I mean, again, at the very end is when we'll get a confirmation. My assumption is it's a metaphor for the futility in life. We're just going to be steamrolled over by the will of some higher power just because it feels like marrying something and not asking for its name and bashing its teeth out.
Yes.
He had discussed this with the zombie waiter, and it turns out he was an ordained minister so they could get married legally. And it was very important because this is a big day, even if you're only one of 4 sapient beings on a Mars base. So the zombie was sapient?
I guess.
Does
You
that
know,
mean the
honestly-
Cacodemon's sapient and that's why it can consent?
I like the emphasis on get married legally. I want to know about this zombie court of law. If there's only 4 sapient beings, right, and at least I'm presuming 2 of them are not present. I want to know how that. I want to know how that works. If they're like mostly non-sapient, do they just like drool and just make majority vote decisions based on who drooled the most?
I'm just gonna go with the nodding.
All right, all right. They woke it up in the morning and were happy. I didn't know they fell asleep, but okay. And were happy. Zombie chef lady had given Cacodemon a pink wedding dress to wear. Cacodemon did not know how to wear it because it was designed for a person. Okay, I mean, understandable. But still wore it anyway as a hat. Less understandable. Doomguy wore his green armor and helmet to the ceremony to capture the magic of when they first met. I
Which
don't
was
think that's
basically by jumping on him while fighting some zombies and then ripping its teeth out and then forcing it to go to spaghetti dinner with you so you could propose for some reason.
happy memories. That's one for the photo book.
And I'm assuming this was in the course of an hour or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just like passed out for like 20 minutes so they could avoid paying the zombie ordained minister the bill or something. He walked down to the aisle. How did this author get aisle correctly? Whatever. Aisle down the. Never mind. He walked down to the aisle with Cacodemon who was floating. Doomguy say his vowels. A, E, no. A, E, I, O. Whatever. When we first met, I just wanted to get to Sukkot. But I have seen that you are a wonderful woman who is misunderstood because you demon.
How do you know it's
Cacodemon.
female?
Bold assumptions, I guess. I mean, what's a Cacodemon gonna do to protest? It's defenseless. It's apparently literally just a floating orb. Doesn't have teeth anymore. Can't shoot freaking lightning anymore. It's just gotta go with things at this point. My next line will make that evident. Cacodemon cry again. See, what else is it gonna do besides cry? And then the zombie guy did some grunts that vaguely sounded like. I'll do this seriously. Doomguy, do you take this Cacodemon to be your lawfully wedded wife? And Doomguy said, yes. And Cacodemon said, Zombie minister grunt. You may now kiss the and then Doomguy and Cacodemon kissed really, really intensely, like something out of a Mexican soap opera, not a wedding. I don't know what soap operas you're watching, author, but okay.
But how does it? How? Okay.
We actually learned something out of that, though. We learned more about that court system. Only one of the sapient beings is part of their zombie law system. One of them is this ordained minister, apparently, because it can speak.
'Tis a wonderful marriage.
I guess.
So how does sex work? Said Doomguy once they get back to their room. Cacodemon open her mouth and wait for Doomguy to put in his penis. Okay, but if we marry, then suck is not necessary. But Cacodemon's
But
gesture
if
to
they
laugh
weren't
again.
married, then he would just have sex with it?
I guess so.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Doomguy shrugged and put his masculine penis in
Because he had a
Cacodemon's
feminine
mouth.
penis.
Oh, wait, no, I got this. Otherwise, he would have felt sorry about bashing its teeth out. I'm not getting over that.
I put his masculine penis in Cacodemon's mouth and see what happened. It turns out Cacodemons have mouth that serves as reproductive organs and everything else. Cacodemon's vagina throat began to attach around Doomsguy's penis and encompass it.
This sounds like they're becoming one, and not in a sexual way, but like, I am the Borg.
Or maybe it's just like eating him.
How?
Or
Oh,
attempting
God.
to like gum him down.
Doomguy was having the best nut of his life, and Cacodemon was moaning and roaring loudly. Cacodemon, I'm about to ejaculate my seeds in your pottery.
No, my
Guy.
pottery.
I just planted that.
Oh, I meant like mugs or so. That's even. Oh,
Well,
no.
I was reading like a pot to put plants in, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I see what you mean. I mean, I don't want to know given what's happened so far. I don't want to know what's gonna happen to those plants.
I don't know, man. I just don't know. The Doomguy, as his voice was straining from sex, he cannot pull out because his penis was tied to Cacodemon, but she did not want him to anyways. I love you, she said in demonic voices. Her jugular was being flogged by Pete. I love you too, said Doomguy as he shot his love juice into Oak.
I like to think he's just named his shotgun Love Juice.
Cacodemon and Doomguy both fell backward and gasped for air because they had very passionate sexual intercourse and needed to rest. What happens now? Asked Doomguy. Cacodemon could only talk during sex for some reason, because that's a thing they do. Just now, I guess. But she coughed up an egg and went to sleep. Okay. Apparently demons lay eggs.
And their reproductive cycle is like 15 seconds.
Uh-huh. Doomguy did not know what he had just created, but could not abandon his child, because that's what you would logically assume when your significant other coughs up an egg.
So you do know what you created, though, right? He does know. He lied to us.
So he put the egg in an incubator that he miraculously had, and went to sleep as well. When morning arrived, he woke up and found Cacodemon looking after egg. When does baby born? Asked Doomguy. Cacodemon looked at him and blinked 4 times. He took this as 4 months, so during those 4 months, they worked with the friendly zombies and tidied up the war-torn Mars base, restored power and demon-proofed it, and started trying to get a tiny escape pod running so they could send baby back to Earth, because there was no future for baby here.
I thought I'd have commentary. I don't. Soon baby was hatched. The baby was a boy and looked almost entirely human, but with some weird blotches on its skin that kind of glowed sometimes. Doomguy say, I will name him John. So he named him John, put him in a tiny marine armor, and sent him to Earth, one day planning to build another spaceship and meet him. Doomguy and Cacodemon had sex again, but with protection. That was the lesson. That was the lesson we learned through this entire story. Be safe, people.
Yes.
That's the moral of the story.
When you find your significant other, take them captive, pull out all their teeth and any way they could defend themselves against having
Literally
sex with you.
flog them.
And then force them to spaghetti dinner and make them marry you the next day. And then force them to have sex with you now that you're married for some reason. And have a kid. And then use protection.
Oh, but you left out flogging her.
He flogged her?
Yeah. Demonic voice as her judge was be flogged.
Oh.
The moral of the story.
So, Muhis, what did you think about that story?
I have many questions on how Cacodemon normally even has sex, how it reproduces, and why the hell Doomguy even remotely has an attraction to a Cacodemon and have sex with it, then have a baby, then turn into Earth.
Well, I don't think he had an actual attraction to it. I think he was just horny and went, you know what? You're an orifice. Let me shove in there, get myself off, and that'll be good enough. Except the author decided it wasn't, so we kept going, and we got married, and then created some sort of weird symbiosis, and then unattached and laid a Pokemon egg, and yeah.
It's funny you say that, because the moment it mentioned incubator, I just imagined he ran to the nearest Pokemon Center and put it in the incubator.
So any final thoughts?
Yeah, I guess I do. I looking at the titles of the story and the first few semi-paragraphs, I didn't expect to actually learn anything of value, but we learned about the zombie court system. I mean, the undead legal system, it's very difficult to navigate. I mean, now we know what's actually going on behind the scenes. And also we learned what's acceptable to do in a relationship.
Yes.
And all you have to do to fix any ill decisions was be safe.
So if that's all we have to say, then I'm Caleb.
I'm Banana.
I've been Jadeite.
And this has been Bad Fanfiction Theater. Thank you for listening, guys. Bye!
Bye!
Bye.